Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is New Makeup Monday. We've got lots of good stuff to go over. Before we get started, a very special, very warm welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you enjoy the content, I do so hope that you will mash that thumbs up button. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you will ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way, next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. Also, my makeup is done. I haven't done a blue kind of icy eyeshadow look in a hot minute. I am so happy with the way that this one turned out, y'all. These Langmani glitter gels are literally, they're like my everything. I cannot stop using them. These are probably, I dare have to say that these are probably my favorite find so far of the year. They're just freaking fantastic. They go on an eye look and just make it a million times better with like zero freaking effort. It is so fantastic. I love it so very much. If y'all are into glitter and you just want a glitter that's no mess, no fuss, no muss. You don't need a glitter glue. You don't need to worry about like it landing all over your face. So easy to use. It just goes on and makes the biggest difference. These are freaking fantastic. I love these so much. But I did make sure to film a TikTok on today's eye look. If you are interested, I used the Glamlight Michaela Pot 2 palette to do today's eye look. I will make sure that I have the links for all of my other socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff listed in the description box below. Guys, if you are not following me on all my other socials, you definitely should go do that. I post fun content literally every single day. And if you're following me everywhere, you don't have to worry about missing a single moment of it. Also, I will make sure that I put a full list of everything that we're going to talk about in today's video in the description box as well. And of course, if you have any questions about what I used or how I used it, all you have to do is leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and dive into the new makeup goodness. I have a couple of lip goodies I want to talk about today. First of which is so dirt cheap, but so freaking fantastic. I have not been able to get enough of these here recently. These are the LACOLORS Jelly Lip Glosses. I have them in two different shades. I have the shade Yum and Sweetened. So one is a really gorgeous, super hot pink, and the other is the most just amazing caramelly peach color. This one, you would think that this would be my favorite, and I do love this one very much, but there is something about this color that literally I cannot get enough of. It goes so beautiful over just about any nude. It adds the most beautiful little pop of like glossy, shiny, just warmth. It's so pretty, and these have such an amazing amount of pigment to them as well. This one landed on the floor and my freaking chair rolled over it and it exploded, and I'm really upset about it. And I haven't been able to get back to Walmart to pick up a new one, so I'm going to keep using it. But this is the color Sweetened, and when I tell you, it is just, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. So this is the color Swatched, and they are sheer. They're not a super opaque, super pigmented gloss at all. But all that happens is it just has enough pigment to go on and just add the most beautiful amount of just like peachy warmth goodness to any kind of lip color. I really love this over just about any nude in my collection. It is so pretty. It's got that it's got a feeling it's not sticky at all. It is a little bit of a thicker gloss, but it's not stringy, it's not sticky. It very much reminds me of like a cross between a lip oil and a lip gloss, because it's got that really gorgeous kind of like nourishing texture to it, but it has a good amount of stick to it, so it stays on the lips for a good long while. These are fantastic. fantastic. I get these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. They're so, so good. And then I also want to swatch the Yum shade. This one I did not run over, which I'm pretty happy about. But this is the pink shade. So we have Sweetened and then Yum. I think they're both really, really beautiful. I can't get enough of either of them. I wanted to show you guys the applicator as well, because I just love the applicator. It's got this little sponge tip thing, but it's beautifully pointed, so it goes on and makes it really easy to define your lips. I just enjoy the application. I enjoy the way that they feel on my lips, the way that they make my lips look. They're just super pretty. And in this day and age, when lip glosses are getting more expensive by the minute, to find a really fantastic one for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, kind of special, kind of spectacular. So yeah, I just wanted to point these out. I feel like LACOLORS is one of those brands that gets overlooked so much, and they're honestly one of my favorite brands. A lot of their stuff, like their eyeshadows, especially the new ones that they've released, are fantastic. Their lip glosses are really spectacular. I just like a lot from the brand, and these are just, their eyeliners are really good. There are some, I will show you. These are the LACOLORS metallic liquid liners. These are bomb. They're so, so good. I really love like gold accents on an eye look. I think it takes a look from like, you know, good to fantastic in a heartbeat. And I was having such a hard time finding a really good opaque pigmented gold liner. It's actually harder to find than you might think. And then I came across these at the Dollar Tree. They're just the LACOLORS Super Sparkle Finish liquid eyeliners. They're the glitter liquid eyeliners. They're $1.25. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, places like that. But when I tell you, they're freaking fantastic. Super pigmented. On top of that, it has a brush tip applicator, which is my absolute favorite. They're just a really nice, super affordable gold dip liner. They're so, so good. So it comes in this gold color. It also comes in rose gold. And then I also think there's a silver shade as well. These are just really fantastic. I think LACOLORS, because they're so affordable, people just tend to think that it's like play makeup or children's makeup or just really not good. And there are some, you know, some products that aren't so great, but I'm telling you, any of the lip products, like the eyeliners, are really, really good. I enjoy their lip liners. They're just, there's a lot to really, really love about this brand. So if you've been curious, take this as your sign to go check them out. I have a couple of other lip products that I want to mention. This teeny tiny little unassuming bullet lipstick has completely and totally rocked my world for the last couple of weeks. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Champagne on Ice. And when I tell you this is just truly extraordinary, I am so in love with it. So it is just, it's a plain old bullet lipstick, but the thing that is so amazing about this is the color of it. It is the most beautiful, like warm, peachy nude color. So the shade is called Champagne on Ice, and it has this really beautiful soft pearlescence to it, and I cannot get enough of it. It is definitely giving me like 90s frosty lip vibes, but like scaled back and classy. It has been my absolute favorite thing in the world the last couple of weeks to wear this lipstick with my NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Downtown Beauty. Both of these together are like a match made in makeup heaven. They're so beautiful. It's like classy and timeless and elegant, but it's also just like a little bit of fun because it's got that little bit of frostiness to it. It is beautiful. And because the tone, it is such a, it's like, it's sheer, right? So it goes on and you can still see a little bit of your own lip through it, which I think really makes it universal because it kind of conforms to any lip shade. But then you pair it with a slightly darker brown lip liner and you get that kind of ombre effect. It is, oh, it is so, so pretty. I'll pop up a picture down in the corner of when I wore it the last time. I was so in love with that lip combination. So, so pretty. And then to just dab a teeny tiny little bit of like a clear gloss right in the center, just to really make your lips look nice and full and plump. This lip combo has been my everything. I can't get enough of it. And I really like a bold, colorful lip. Like, a good nude is really great as well. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going for, it's the lip combo that I have on today. It is stunning. It is so incredibly beautiful. I cannot get over it. It goes with everything. It looks so pretty. I just am so in love with it. I love a good, bold, like bright pink or red or purple lip, but there's something about this combo that just is absolutely everything to me, and I cannot get over it. And they're both super affordable. The Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks go for, I think, around $7. They're $6.48, and they're available just about everywhere. They're the cheapest, though, at Walmart. So nice. And then the NYX Suede lip liner. I've used the heck out of this. This is like teeny tiny. I'm almost gonna have to go buy a new one. But these ones I think are only around $5. So really affordable lip combination, and so beautiful. If you like a good nude, definitely need to check those 2 shades out. And then last but not least, for the lip products, I wanted to mention these. And this product in and of itself is not new. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I wanted to mention these because these are from the Mood Maker collection, and they launched this collection a little bit more recently. And the only difference is that the packaging has smiley faces on it and a yellow cap, which I adore. I think it is so fun. But also, these smell freaking divine. So the whole purpose and point behind these lipsticks is that it's supposed to be like an aromatherapy kind of thing. Like, you open it up and you smell it, and it's supposed to like enhance your mood, make you happy, things like that. They have the most gorgeous, like, orange, citrusy smell to them. And especially when, lip products are scented, 9 times out of 10, they smell like vanilla or cupcakes or buttercream, sweetness, something like that. And for these to have such a, it smells like fresh, ripe, juicy oranges. It is so fantastic, and such a beautiful kind of change of pace. It's such a welcome change of pace. All the vanilla, everything. And I love me some vanilla. I love a good vanilla scented lip moment. But this orange smell is divine. It is so good. These go for $10.99. And again, it's the same exact formula as all of the other Superstay matte inks. Nothing is different except for the fact that it has a yellow cap and it smells like oranges. But if you enjoy a good orange scent, baby, you got to go check these out. They're so good. Also, they came out with some new colors. I have the shade 430 Mediator, and this one is just a really gorgeous kind of like warm, peachy nude color as well. I definitely have a type when it comes to nude lipsticks. But this one, and I just love how warm it is. It's got a little bit of that peachy kind of terracotta vibe to it, but very pretty. And then I also picked up the shade Pleasure Seeker, and you guys know how I feel about a good orange lip. This is absolutely stunning. So pretty. I love how bright and vibrant it is. Oh, they just smell so good. They smell so good. I can't get over how wonderful they smell. I love that bright, vibrant, citrusy orange kind of smell. And it does. The minute I smell it, and it kind of just like, it puts a smile on my face, and it does give me a little zip. It gives me a little spark of joy. So definitely mission accomplished when it comes to these things, but they're so good. And the packaging is really adorable. So I just figured that I would mention them. $11. Again, it's the same price as all of their other matte liquid lipsticks, but packaging is just a little different. They're super cute. I would buy these again just because of that smell. I think the smell is so nice. I have been loving this Maybelline mascara. So this is the Maybelline Falsies Surreal. I have this one in the waterproof variation. I never ever wear a mascara that isn't waterproof. My eyes run, they're watery, they're just not great. And if I were to wear just a regular mascara, I would look like a very sad clown in a very short period of time. However, this is just freaking fantastic. It's almost in the exact same packaging as the Curl Bounce. You remember the Maybelline Curl Bounce mascara? That one was a really fantastic mascara as well. However, that one had a curled wand and this one is straight. Now, I love everything about this mascara. I love the formula. It's not too wet, but it's not too dry either. It is super easy to apply, and you don't end up getting it all over your eyelid, things like that. It's not messy to apply at all. Also, it gives my lashes so much length and so much volume. But it gives me volume without being spidery, without being clumpy in any way. Like, I'll look up so maybe you guys can see my eyelashes. But and I never wear falsies because, first of all, I'm just not good at applying them. Second of all, I don't think they're very comfortable, and I end up touching my eye and forgetting that it's on there, and I destroy my makeup. So I do not wear falsies, so I really am picky about my mascaras. On top of the fact that I have watery, runny eyes, mascara is a big thing for me. This, I have been loving this. It doesn't crack, or it doesn't flake on me. It doesn't smudge. It stays exactly where I put it until I decide to take it off. And I've had this tube open for, I want to say, a good couple of weeks at this point, and it just continues to get better. I can tell that this is probably going to be one of those mascaras that ends up drying out on me, and I end up having to toss it. But until that happens, I am so happy with it. So this goes again for $12.99. Pretty standard for a Maybelline mascara. Fantastic. So good. And also, I found that this isn't too difficult to take off either. I know a lot of people kind of stay away from waterproof mascara because it is notoriously difficult to remove. But I find that if you get a good oil cleanser or like a makeup melter, this really just comes off within a couple of swipes of your hand. It really does just melt off. I don't wake up with like raccoon eyes in the morning. It comes off. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It doesn't smudge or budge or flake. It's really nice. Also, it is transfer resistant. I do have quite hooded eyes, and oftentimes, especially if I'm like super sweaty or if my eyes are especially watery, I will get with not, if I'm using not a great mascara, I do tend to get quite a bit of transfer, especially in this area of my hood, but I haven't experienced that at all with this mascara. It doesn't transfer onto my lower lash line. It's just really fantastic. I have been loving this stuff so much. Now we're moving into some more kind of pricey, high-end products, and these are all going to be from BoxyCharm. I did place an order with them. They were having a sale on the website, so I placed an order for a couple of things and purchased a couple of eyeshadow palettes and, some other things. But I do want to say that I didn't pay full price for any of these things. I am going to be giving you the retail price, and then I'll let you know how much I paid for them. But let's just go ahead and dive into it. So I picked up this is the LYS Triple Fix Concealer, and I have been hearing so many people talk about this concealer. I have been absolutely just foaming at the mouth to play with it. So when I saw it pop up on the BoxyCharm drop shop, I had to pick it up. Now this concealer goes for $18, $19. This goes for $19 full price. I paid $12 for it, so I did save a good amount of money. $12 is just about the same I would pay for any kind of drugstore concealer, so I was okay with that price. Guys, I cannot express to you how much I love this concealer. I have this in the shade LN3, so light neutral 3. It is a really beautiful, truly neutral tone. It's not too rosy, but it's not too yellow either. If anything, I think it leans a little bit more on the pink side than anything else. I love the applicator. It's got this teeny tiny little square tip applicator, not square, but triangle tip applicator. Y'all, when I tell you this is such a lightweight, hydrating, barely there kind of concealer, it is scrum-diddly umptious. So nice. So that's it swatched. And again, I mean, I guess, yeah, I think it leans more pink than it does anything, but it definitely is more of a neutral tone. So I feel like this would work for quite a few different undertones. It is so pretty. It's got a great amount of coverage. It blends out like literal butter. It melts into the skin. gives you a good amount of coverage, but it genuinely just looks undetectable on the skin. And that's what I like so much about it, because my under eyes are a significant problem area for me. They're textured, they're crepey, they're thin, they're papery, and I just have to be really careful with, you know, what kind of products I put on my under eyes so as to not, like, you know, just draw attention to the situation I got going on under there. However, this is so beautiful. It is, oh, it is so, so good. Now, I haven't played with it a ton. I have worn it a couple of times and really enjoyed it every single time I wore it. This says that it is a full coverage brightening concealer. Now, I don't think that it's necessarily a full coverage concealer. I would say that this is a solid medium coverage concealer, which is plenty for me. But if you have like some serious under eye circles, things like that, maybe you have to build it up a little bit, but it does build. It doesn't build like terribly, but you can do a second layer and get just a little bit more coverage. It dries down on its own. You don't have to powder it. I didn't have a ton of problems with it creasing on my under eyes, anything like that. It didn't look drying or heavy. It just is so pretty. It's so pretty. I adore the packaging as well. It's got this kind of, again, the same rose gold kind of hardware that most of the LYS packaging has. Again, it's a triangular shape, which I adore as well. It's got a soft matte kind of tube to it. It feels like a moment. It feels special. And the formula inside, literally, I don't have anything else in my collection that's anything like it. It is so thin and almost feels watery on the under eyes. Like it almost feels like I'm just kind of tapping water or some kind of really light, thin cream onto my under eye, but it gives you such great coverage. It's brightening as well. This is just fantastic. I am so, so happy that I finally got to play with this for $12. I think that the value here is immense. It is like, you genuinely can't beat it. It is so, so good. If you guys, and LYS just in and of itself is not, I mean, it's more of a high-end brand, but it is honestly so affordable to be a high-end brand. A lot of their products go anywhere from like 16 to 22 bucks, which again is a little bit pricey, but nothing compared to like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, brands like that. So for how much was it? $19. For $19, even at full price, I think this concealer is definitely worth it. It is beautiful. So, so pretty. I cannot wait to play with this a little bit more. I picked up a cream blush. This is the Tresluce. I think that's how you say it. Tresluce. So this is the, what is this? The Ready to Bounce Cream to Powder Blush. First of all, packaging, super adorable. Tresluce is one of those brands that I haven't played with a ton. I have a couple of their eyeshadow palettes that I really, really enjoy. Eyeshadow palette, the eyeshadow formulas, chef's kiss, so, so nice. But I haven't really played with anything else from the brand besides this. And this cream blush is stunning. So, so pretty. So full price, this goes for, the Tresluce blush goes for $16 full price. I do think that is a little bit expensive, especially considering the amount of product that you get in here. It is a very, very small cream blush. However, packaging is really beautiful. For this product, I think you're kind of paying for the packaging. It has this really gorgeous kind of heavy-duty plastic compact to it. The compact comes with its own full-size mirror, which is super nice. So if you're one of those girlies who likes to use mirrors like this, it's got you. The mirror is really great quality, super clear as well. So I enjoyed that very, very much. And then you have the actual product. And this color, this is the color Date Night. And it is such, I tell you what, this formula is so weird, especially for it to be a cream blush. It's dry. Like, when I felt it for the first time, I was like, ooh, I don't like that. I was like, is this defective? Like, did I get like a bad product? Because it just feels so dry to the touch. To me, in my opinion, it doesn't feel like a cream at all. It feels almost like think of the e.l.f. Super Shock eyeshadows or like the Super Shock blushes, but even drier than that. Like it just felt, I don't know, it felt stiff and dry. However, y'all, the pigmentation and the way that this looks on the cheeks is Oh, it is so, so pretty. Absolutely just, oh, so, so nice. So this color, it's supposed to be more of like a pinky nude. So pretty though. It's got great amount of pigmentation to it. It's nice and buildable. You really just kind of have to tap your finger into the pan and it basically blends itself. It doesn't stick, it doesn't cling, it just goes on, and it's super mobile as well. I would say this is more of like, it behaves to me, in my opinion, more like a powder blush, but then it has that kind of mobility of a cream product. I don't even know how to explain it other than it's really beautiful, super easy to work with. I think if you're just beginning with cream blushes and like super pigmented, super wet formulas kind of scare you to work with, this is a fantastic option because you get the best of both worlds. It's got all the best qualities of a cream and a powder product. It dries down super, super quickly. It leaves the skin with such a beautiful kind of like, I want to say satin matte finish because it's definitely got more of that matte kind of finish to it, but there is the slightest bit of like a luminosity to it. It leaves the skin feeling so velvety and smooth and soft. It is really blurring on the skin as well. It's a beautiful product. I really, really like this. At, how much was it? $16? At $16, I do think it's a little bit expensive. I was able to pick this up for $7. So these are on sale at Ulta right now for $7. I think they're $7.50 at Ulta. So if you're interested, definitely go check out the Ulta website. But I think at $7, worth it all day, every day. $7 is even more affordable than most of the drugstore cream options you're going to come by. So definitely, definitely recommend this. So nice. Super cute. Last but certainly not least, I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes to talk about, and then I will release you. So OFRA Cosmetics is one of those brands that is just completely and totally unattainable for me. Y'all, they're pricey. They're super pricey. Like some of their palettes go for like $100 and Mama's just not doing it. I am just not doing it. There is no reason in the world to ever pay $100 for an eyeshadow palette. I just don't see the reason for it. However, I do lust after some of their products, very, very much so. Specifically, like their highlighters. There are some of the liquid lipsticks that I really want to try out. Just things like that. So I always kind of keep a lookout for the brand, especially when they pop up on the drop shop. And even when they pop up on the drop shop, a lot of times they're still too expensive. Like it's still like I don't feel comfortable paying that much for an eyeshadow palette. However, when this one popped up on the drop shop and it was only $10, I was like, okay, we're doing this. Let's put it in my basket. And I did. So this is the OFRA Cosmetics Glitch 2000s eyeshadow palette. And yeah, it's super, super pretty. First off, I really enjoy the packaging. It's super holographic and gorgeous. I love this rainbow holographic kind of look. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. I think OFRA is one of those brands that's kind of geared a little bit more towards working makeup artists because a lot of their packaging is like super travel friendly. It's super safe as well. Also, a lot of their packaging, like you can move the shadows. Everything kind of comes out. It's all magnetized. So you can take it out and rearrange it, things like that. It does come with a full-size mirror, which is really nice. You open it up. It is a 9-shade eyeshadow palette. Y'all, these colors are really beautiful. They're very, very neutral and kind of like muted, but super frosty and metallic and reflective. All of them have the same finish. It's very similar to their highlights. I adore the OFRA highlights. They are so beautiful. OFRA just knows how to make you glow. They know how to go on and just light your skin up. And these eyeshadows pretty much do the same thing. Now, I am not completely 100% in love with this palette just because it is all shimmers. So it's going to be a companion palette for me. And I couldn't make an eyeshadow look just using this palette alone. But the shades in here are so, so pretty. Now, I know a couple of them look really, really similar in the palette, specifically these two shades right here, I do think look very, very similar. However, I want to say they're kind of like misleading in the fact that they have kind of like a duochromatic shift to them. I mean, not really, but they swatch differently, like on the back of the hand, than I think they show up in the pan. So there's this shade, super pretty. It's a really gorgeous, very like metallic, frosty kind of taupe color. And then you have this one, which is a little bit more, was it this one? Yeah. You have this one, which is just a little bit more gray. I don't know. I think the color story on this is super unique. Definitely not something that I would have gravitated, like just if I was picking eyeshadow colors for myself. However, I feel like the way that this palette is curated, it's set up in a way that's going to give you, everything is very cool toned, first of all. So again, going into that 2000s kind of vibe, everything was super frosty and kind of cool toned, things like that. So I definitely get that era, like those vibes from this palette. It's just the tones in here are just, I don't even know. I'm not even sure how I really feel about this palette at this moment in time. Just, I haven't used it yet. But I did want to mention it because it is still available on the BoxyCharm drop shop if you've been eyeing it. I do think $10 for an OFRA palette, an OFRA 9-pan palette, so full-size palette, is a really good deal if you like shimmer eyeshadows. Like, a lot of these shades are going to be really beautiful just to kind of put through the crease or all over the lid and be like one and done. They do have some lighter shades in here. Like this one is a little bit of a lighter pink shade, really beautiful. And then this one's like a really beautiful kind of peach tone. Super, super pretty. Again, like I think some of these you could use as actual highlights if you wanted to. Like if you had a deeper skin tone, I think it'd be really pretty. So that peach, like that golden peach, is really beautiful. That pink is really pretty, like soft and light. I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to use this eyeshadow palette, because just looking at it and like swatching all of the shades, like it makes me happy and they're beautiful colors. It's just me sitting here trying to figure out what kind of eye look to do. Like that I could definitely use as a highlight and it would be beautiful. Let's try that one out. Just take a little bit of it on. I mean, just absolutely icy beaming freaking goodness. And my highlight was pretty impressive beforehand, but that's just stunning. So, so pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out how to work with this palette, figure out how to make it work for me and the way that I like to do my eyeshadow. At this point in time, I just don't know what to think about it. I think all the colors are really beautiful. I definitely get the theme. I get the vibes from this palette. It's just, I don't know necessarily how to make these colors work together in a way that would make a cohesive, finished kind of eye look. So if you have any suggestions for this palette, let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely try them out. I think it's really pretty. It just kind of perplexes me. I don't know. It's not a complete thought in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about it. $10. The quality is fantastic. The pack $10. The quality is fantastic. Packaging is really nice. So I think the value is there. Just not quite exactly sure how I feel about that color story. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments though. All right, babes. Last but not least, this thing right here. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I've had fun. I've had fun with this thing. This is beautiful. This palette goes for $45. Yeah, $45 full price. I was able to pick it up on the BoxyCharm drop shop for $12, which is like a freaking steal, an absolute steal. I got it in a bundle. I got this in a bundle with a Laura Geller Blush and Brighten blush liner for, I think, for $25. So all in all, everything averages out and it was all dirt cheap. Guys, this is beautiful. It's really pretty. I did finally sit down and play with it the other day, and I have thoughts. Packaging on this guy, 10 out of 10. Really beautiful packaging. I did test out this brush, and though it is serviceable, I don't think the brush is anything to write home about. I found it to be quite stiff and actually a little bit prickly on my eyes. Now the flat side does pick up the shimmer shades beautifully, and the fluffy side, it does the job. It blends everything out. It just was a little bit stiff and scratchy for my taste. However, when it comes to the actual shades in here, they're all really, really beautiful. I used a couple of the deeper tones in a look that I did not too long ago. I'll pop a picture up of it down below. I enjoyed playing with this eyeshadow palette. Really beautiful, beautiful pigmentation on these eyeshadows. Specifically this shade right here, Love Letter. So pretty. You want to talk about the most gorgeous kind of like deep berry kind of tone. Really pretty. I put this shade all through my crease and it looked beautiful. Oftentimes deeper colors like this can be a little bit difficult to blend out. They can kind of stick and not want to be, you know, they don't want to move. They just want to stick right where you put them down. And then when you blend them out, you end up with patching and things like that. I didn't have that problem with this shade. My only qualm with this eyeshadow formula is just longevity. I found that I had the same problem with this formula that I did with the Too Faced formula, in that the pigment didn't want to stick around. Y'all, I prime my eyes to the gods. I use glitter glues when I need to. I use really good eyeshadow primers. I don't set my eyeshadow primer so it really like sticks the eyeshadow to my lid. Like, I've had this eye look on since, what time is it right now? It is 10:28 p.m. I've had this eye look on since I think like 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, before I got up and was like doing all of my things for the day. So like, I've had my makeup on all day at this point, and my eyeshadow is still as bright and pigmented right now as it was when I first applied it. Now, while I didn't experience as much fading with this formula as I did the Too Faced I will never purchase from again. Absolutely the most awful eyeshadow quality I have used in the longest time. I enjoyed working with these, and though it did fade, it didn't fade completely. I didn't have to come back into my office and like keep packing the powder on to my eyelids. Like, it just wasn't as vibrant as it was when I first applied it. This Love Letter color went on such a beautiful, like, deep, vibrant kind of purpley berry tone. And then throughout the day, I found that it kind of like, it turned into a little bit of like a muted kind of purpley gray tone. Like, it just didn't stay deep and vibrant. And especially when you're charging like $45 for this kind of eyeshadow palette, I just feel like the quality definitely needs to be there. And I don't understand why at $45 price point, I have, you know, drugstore palettes that outperformed it, right? So, and while the application on this was 10 out of 10, went on, like I said, I had no problems blending it. I had nothing like that. It was a joy to apply. Like, it was a joy to work with. I don't know. I just don't understand the whole fading thing. Is that just something about high-end eyeshadow? Is it like something that I'm just kind of like, I should know but just don't? Is it just like a thing? Do high-end eyeshadow high-end eyeshadow formulas, are they just meant to fade throughout the day? Like, in my opinion, when I put makeup on my face, when I do an eye look, I want that eye look to last until I decide to take it off. Like, I don't want it to just fade off throughout the day because it just doesn't want to put the work in. You know what I mean? So while I enjoy this palette, and while I'm definitely not going to get rid of it, I'm going to play with it again. And it wasn't the worst. Again, like, it stayed on throughout the day. It just kind of faded and it turned into this kind of dull, kind of gray tone. And I don't know if that is like just specific to the more berry toned shades in here, because I didn't have that problem with any of the more neutral tones. And I guess purpley leaning tones are much more difficult. They're notoriously difficult to formulate, so it could just be the tone and not the actual eyeshadow formula itself. However, I felt like, especially since this is such an expensive eyeshadow palette, I needed to mention that. Yeah, I wasn't impressed about, you know, the wear time with this one, things like that. However, it's a really beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow palette. I am excited to play with it again, and I'm very, very happy to have it in my collection. Guys, that was it for this week's New Makeup Monday. I hope that it was informational. I hope that it was enjoyable and helpful for you in some small way. I'll make sure I put everything down in the description box. As always, no filters, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with some new makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. If you did, make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up, and until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.